The laws of normal society just don't apply here.
Kids were petrified out there.
This wasn't Woodstock 69.
There is an umbilical cord between the dark, sexual, cultural underbelly in the country at that time to where we are now.
A lot of that energy just wound up in chat rooms and Reddit boards in 2021.
The question quickly became not how could this have happened, but how could it not?
So, Garret, both of your HBO documentaries, Woodstock 99 and Yacht Rock, dig into pivotal moments in music history. What draws you to telling stories through the lens of music culture, and why do you think it's such a powerful entry point for exploring broader social themes?
Yeah, Robert, that's a great question. I'm very intentional about the kind of stories I tell. Personally, I'm a bit allergic to the typical kind of formulaic cradle-to-grave music biopics. What excites me a bit more is finding these pivotal moments in music history and kind of building a Trojan horse film around it, a film that pulls people in with the allure of the subject, but it ultimately explores these deeper themes and ideas that matter to me. With music stories, they're kind of like catnip. They come with a built-in audience, which is like so invaluable in today's crowded documentary landscape. If I can use that entry point to say something more meaningful and a little bit more depth, then I'm making the kind of films I like to tell and stories I like to tell. Even with these ideas, you still need narrative structure and dramatic elements to push the story forward. With Woodstock 99, I essentially pitched it as a slasher film to HBO. As a bunch of teenagers were growing up upstate for weeks of drugs, sex, and rock and roll, and bad things happen. With Yacht Rock, I pitched it as a comeback story. But ultimately, with Yacht Rock, I got to celebrate music and the artistry of making music a little bit more. And again, that was a Trojan horse. I brought people in with this fun, kitschy internet name, yet told a much deeper story in what this music means to the actual artist. So it was a nice palate cleanser to the darkness of the Woodstock story I did before.